We are selling tents out here, y'all. Okay. Bazaar listing for $350 a week for a tent inside a family of four's home. Okay. So $350 per week for the month is $1,400. That's pretty pricey to be living in a tent. Alex, what you talking about? Ain't no tent. There was an advertisement on flatmates.com. Okay, now this was in Australia. Okay. This one says 350. Okay. So the listing we're looking at right here says $350 a week. And this includes bills. All right. So as you see, it has 3 bed, 2 bath, 4 rooms. Maybe that's what that looks like. I don't know necessarily what that one is. But here's what it says. It says about the property. It says, "Hello guys. We are looking for a housemate to share our lovely home. Room for rent. Main bathroom is yours. Only looking for single one person for room to you." Okay. At South Melbourne. It's a family house. Me and my husband and 2 are living in an apartment. The grammar's bad in here. So we are looking for someone who doesn't mind living with kids. Okay. So this was going, viral or whatever on the TikToks or whatnot. And so you're telling me I gotta share this house? Oh, well, you get a bathroom to yourself. I get a bathroom to myself, but I'm living in a living room in a tent. Y'all don't even have a bed. I mean, if you look at it, it's like, okay, each month you're paying $1,400 per month, so it's not like you're paying, $800. Okay. You paying some significant cash. You know what I mean? Now, I've seen some people that living up in New York and they paying about 14, 15, but they got a 1 bed and it's the size of a closet. It's probably the size of this room right here that I'm in right now, so it's extra itty bitty. However, they're not sharing it with anybody, you know what I mean? And they're in New York, obviously this is in Australia, whatever, but you get my point. This just goes to show like the crazy housing market that we have, because what we have, you have rents that have gone up, especially what happened during the Roro, you know what I mean? And the Roro, you had New York. I was watching a piece where you had New York and you had Chicago, for example. And Chicago, they had a lot of the cheaper living areas, the cheaper apartments, etc. In New York, obviously, you had your little skylines, you had all the, upper, multiple level apartments, high rise apartment buildings and all that kind of stuff, which is cool. Now you had people, because they were working from home because the pandemic and everything. They're like, okay, if you go work from home, work from home. You had people who were like, yeah, I'm moving. So they moved out of New York. They moved to different areas, or they were just like, I'm gonna stay in New York, but I'm just going to go over here where it's much cheaper. So that's what ended up happening. So then people were like, oh my goodness, the landlords are like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? Because I can't pay my rent. So what they were doing was, and with everything, they reduced it. Something that will cost you maybe $3,000 a month was now cost you maybe about $2,000 a month, or $2,100 a month. Okay. So then people were like, oh, well, I'm gonna start snatching this up. Of course, now I'm sure the prices have gone back up, but people were like, oh, I'm gonna snatch this up. Nice. Meanwhile, and this is all supply and demand. Okay. Meanwhile, you had in Chicago, oh, well, I lost my job, or I lost this. Oh, I don't make that much money already. Let me go and scoop up some of this cheap housing. But you have too much demand and not enough supply. So then you had apartments that maybe you were paying each month, let's just say $1,200 for, $1,000 for, let's just say these numbers. They were then increasing from $1,000, $1,200 to about $2,800, $2,500. You know what I mean? Because it's supply and demand. So that's what was going on. So if you look at it, the people in New York, they had a better end of the stick because the prices went down. But over here, where we needed a whole bunch of people, needed these cheaper properties, it was going up. But it just shows you this crazy housing market that's going on. You have people who are paying $1,500 for a 1-bedroom apartment. You have people who are paying, $1,700, $2,000 for a 1-bedroom. And if it's a 2-bedroom, you're paying over $2,000 for some of this stuff, depending on where you're at, of course. my stuff has even gone up, so it's a lot of that is really going on throughout all this. So it's like, y'all over here charging $350 for a tent. This person's probably better off going and spend a little bit more, and if they can manage, spend a little bit more and actually going and finding another place that may cost, if you paying 14, may cost 18. You know what I mean? But at least you're by yourself, and now you don't even have to deal with this other family. I mean, come on. A tent for $350 a week, $1,400 a month. A tent that should be, and if the person's okay with it, that should be $600. Y'all being greedy. That's what that is. And I get, interest rates goes up and all this other stuff, but a tent, I don't even have privacy. Y'all just got a tent. Oh, you get your own bathroom, but come on. You know what I mean? Come on. I'm very interested to see, like, did anyone actually bite? Hey, I would greatly appreciate it if you could support me. Simply go to ebay.com. In the search bar, type in Latrice Limited, click on shops, and then support me. I have a wide variety of items on there, many of my own personal Latrice Limited items, such as candles, bath bombs, soaps, essential oil blends, all that, even lingerie, robes as well. I even have men's ties on there, comic books, a whole bunch of stuff for everybody. Definitely do not forget to support me, and also do not forget to like and subscribe.